Hey guys, welcome to Enjoying Our Animals. Hopefully you saw the video with Orion from Saturday. It's still Saturday today for me, but you'll be seeing this on Tuesday. I'm gonna let him cruise a little bit. Hopefully he will cooperate. Hey bud. He's like, no touching. We're just watching Arrested Development, so no touching is a theme on there. But good, we'll get him to move around a little bit so he won't be as bad as his sister who just sat there the whole video. He always tends to be a little more active. Getting these guys together in group photography almost never works, no matter how many times I've tried. You can see he's getting really big. Well, by male short-tail standards. He's not huge, but he's grown so much. It's so much cooler when you raise them from babies and then they become adults and you have this timeline of photos and videos and memories. I have pictures of this guy sitting in the palm of my hand, and now here he is, this just gorgeous adult. I mean, how can you not like that? He's just such a beautiful animal, such a handsome guy. He's made great babies, obviously. I wish he'd stop screwing up the top of his nose. He hasn't really messed with it in a while, but going to take a couple of sheds before that goes away. He'll be moving into a different cage soon, so hopefully that'll stop him from doing that. The change in environment sometimes will erase bad habits that they've developed, not always, but often enough. And you can see, we always talk about the side swipe. You can see it really well on him, how clean those sides are. There's no pattern there really at all other than at his neck, which is common with them. I've never been able to get rid of that neck pattern. That's always there. I've never had one swipe all the way up. I don't know if that's something I can ever do. Just might be something that, their neck pattern's dominant over everything. But he's such a cool animal. And I think he peed on me before and I didn't notice it. So that's always fun. I'll have to watch the video back and see if I can see him doing it. I think he might have peed on the chair. Maybe I just sat in it. I don't know. But he is such a cool guy. Look at that. Try to get it nice and close without pissing him off. I love short-tail eyes in their faces. There's a lot of cool species, but I just love the way they look. That pink going down his head. I know you can see the pink under his eye fairly well in the video. I don't think the pink stripe down the side of his head shows up as well. Hopefully it will. You can see a little better there. They're just really incredible animals. I wish more people just got out and enjoyed their animals more, which is why I decided to replace the tip segment for now with this, because I think that this really is lost on the hobby. So many people now, it's just about morphs and it's about how many animals they have, and here I am with over 100 animals talking about it, but I think you guys see enough just from the videos I take that I spend a lot of time with these guys, not just for cleaning and not just for maintaining, that I actually enjoy working with them and getting to know their personalities. And that's why I thought the Meet the Collection segment from the beginning was a really good idea, because instead of just seeing here's a side swipe or here's a this, you get to know the animals a little better. You get to know what makes them tick, what kind of personalities they have, because they're all individuals. Even amongst siblings, just completely different animals. Now he's kind of relaxed and whatever, but still different behavior than Callisto. Callisto was coiled up, tight, down in the grass, whatever, whereas he's much more confident, up, paying attention. He got annoyed when I touched him or whatever because he's just an independent guy, but just a different confidence level than she has. And he's by far not my most confident animal. My olives are up there, and some of the other animals you see, my spotted python female, are much more confident animals than he is. But as far as short tails go, he's up there pretty high, and he's not afraid to be vocal. If you annoy him, he will let you know. But he's a great fellow, and he hasn't struck at me or tried to bite me in years. Like I said, he was a little asshat when he was a baby, but that's all behind him now, and now he's just a well-adjusted gentleman. And you know, it really makes me happy to see him sit like this. His father did pass away, and his father was like legendary for periscoping, even better than he is. He's probably about 6 inches off the ground right now. His father would go about a foot, and his father would also flatten out his head. And I have some really great pictures of him outside, just periscoping all day. He was a super confident animal, busy-bodied. He would never sit still. He'd sit still outside on occasion, but he was not a snake that I could have sat there and done a video with without him giving me a workout. Got the whole Loch Ness Monster vibe going. I have a great video somewhere. I forget which one it was. It was either Callisto or one of my other sideswipe females where they sat like this for so long that a spider actually made a web from them down to the ground, and you could see it crawling around. It was pretty funny. The snake just did not care at all. They were in their little happy position, and that's where they stayed. But yeah, I love these guys. They're a pleasure to work with. They're a great species to breed. You're always surprised at what you get. Obviously, like I said, you guys have seen his babies. That holdback that I just did was one of his sons. They're just so much fun. And obviously his son looks almost nothing like him. Looks like nothing like his mother. You can see certain traits within him, but it's just so variable and so different. And that's what I really enjoy. And I enjoy just getting to know them. You know, that little guy is so confident already, and he's way ahead of the schedule of where Orion was at his age, so he could be an amazing animal come 3 or 4 years from now, where, you know, I can do even more with him than I can with Orion, and there's really not much I can't do with this guy. One of my favorite traits on this sideswipe stuff is that real nice white line that they get. I just think that's so cool. And it happens so often, and it's so funny how, you know, genetics work. You can see, I always talk about the white coming up the tail too, down below there, down there. I love that too, as well as the line. Just such cool things that this does. I don't know. It's definitely my favorite gene within the Borneos to work with, which is why almost all of the ones that I've produced have had that, or are from pairings, you know, that have involved that. I've only done one pairing ever that didn't involve sideswipe on one end or the other, and that was the ocelot to ocelot. And ocelot can be somewhat similar to sideswipe depending on, you know, the expression of the gene. So obviously I have a style that I like with these guys, but like I said, I love that white. It's one of my favorite things. If I could find a way to make that white stripe just a little bit thicker, that would be really cool, I think. I love the contrast. Everybody calls these brown snakes, and that's cool if they want to think that, and usually it's people that haven't kept them or have kept, you know, just wild type. But I mean, there's so many colors just right there. There's yellow, there's white, there's gray, there's brown, there's tan, there's cream, you know, just in that little section right there, and all in stripes, which I think is really cool too. You know, the color isn't invading the space of another color. It each has its own spot that it occupies, and I just think that's such a cool thing. You know, it's almost like you took a package of like 6 markers and you held them all in your hand and dragged them down the page, and you get various colors there. All right, I'll cut this short so it doesn't drag on too long. I could talk about him all day, but that doesn't do you guys any good. You guys won't sit here and watch it, you'll just shut it off. But say goodbye to Orion. I am gonna let him hang out for a little bit longer. I might shoot one more video, or I might go relax in the air conditioning because I hate summer. It's only in the mid-70s right now, but it's humid. He likes it, but it's not for me. Oh, he's gonna back up. All right, guys, we'll see ya. I guess he's leaving. He's out, so I'm out.